Today we are going to study about the study of brake and clutch. So basically, what is the difference of the brakes and what clutch? So brake is going to be stop the engine, or the brake is the element or mechanism of the uh, device which used to stop the engine or stop the revolutionary motions or sliding motion. Whatever motion is going to be is stopped with the help of brakes. While the the use of clutch or the function of the clutch is to engage or disengage of the driven plate to the driver plate, right? Means the driven plate is drive with the help of driver plate, and the main function of the clutch is to engage or disengage of the driven plate to driven plate. Now, first we are going to study about the clutch. The clutch is one of the form of a coupling, right? Or clutch is used to transmit the power from driving shaft to driven shaft of the machine, which may be required to start or stop frequently. Means if we are use the clutch at the driven shaft to driving shaft, then the function of the clutch is to engage or disengage the driving shaft to driven shaft, right? Whenever it engage to the driving shaft, the required power which is transmit from driving to the driven, and whenever it disengage the driving shaft to driven shaft, then the power is not going to be transmit from driving shaft to driven shaft. So it is so designed that two members may be engaged or disengaged whenever required, either by a hand operated device or automatically by the action of some power driven devices. The types of clutches: there are different kind of clutches used in the automobile, like mechanical clutch, pneumatic clutch, hydraulic clutch, and electromagnetic clutch. In mechanical clutch, there is positive contact clutch and friction clutch are used. Like the positive contact clutch means the clutches which is uh, which is uh, functionally by the help of external forces like jaw clutch and tooth clutch. Wherever the friction clutch is used, or the friction clutches are function with the help of the power which is generated with the help of two sliding surfaces are in contact, like disc clutch, con clutch, and centrifugal clutch. In disc clutch, there is a sliding contact is between two driving and driven shaft or driving and driven plate. Whenever two driving and driven plate are contact with the help of sliding contact, then the friction is going to be occurred in between two plates, and that friction is going to be used as engage or disengage of the driving and driven plate. In centrifugal clutch, the centrifugal force is used to generate the power to engage or disengage of the plate. Disc clutch. This type of clutch consists of two flanges. One flange is rigidly to the driving shaft and other flange fitted to the driven shaft. Right? Means two different kind of flanges are used for in the disc clutch, which is connected to the driving shaft and driven shaft. The single disc clutch are used in automobiles where the one disc is directly fixed with the driving shaft, and one the movable disc, which is a single disc, is connected with the driven shaft. When large torque transmission is required, the multi-disc clutch are used. Means the multi-disc clutch is used in the heavy vehicles like a truck, bus, right? So multi-disc clutch has more number of contact surfaces disc on driving and driven shaft, right? So here the more number of contact surfaces means the more friction power is generated, and which is used to engage or disengage the driven shaft and also the driving shaft. So here the use of the function of the clutch is or function the use of clutch is with the help of the power generated due to the friction. The disc clutch is here, which is shown in figure, like this disc, right? This is the clutch cover, or this figure is shown as the flywheel, which is transfer the power when when the required power is required to clutch in engage or disengage, right? Con clutch. The con clutch consists two cons, one internal con fixed to the driven shaft, and another con fitted on the driven shaft, right? The operating lever used only for disengagement of the clutch, right? Generally in con clutch, the two shafts are already engaged. The two shafts are going to be on already in contact or already in engage always, but we are going to use the clutch just for disengagement of the two shafts. The main advantages of con clutch over the disc clutch is very simple and required less axial pressure to disengage the clutch. Where in the disc clutch, where in the disc clutch we have to use the power to engage as well as to disengage the clutch. But in con clutch, the two shafts are already in engage always, so we have to use the power just for disengagement of the disc. So the power requirement is less, also the less axial pressure required to disengage the clutch. This is the main advantages of con clutch over the disc clutch. Con clutch, this is the arrangement of the con clutch, where this con is already, this con is for the driving shaft, this con is for the driven shaft, and one con is already connected with the driving shaft. Now this is the clutch shaft, right? So the clutch shaft, whenever we are putting the external force or external power, right, or you can say the axial pressure on the clutch shaft, then this con is going to be disengaged from the driver shaft, right? Means this con is going to be disengaged. How? So the main thing is a simple. When we are going to apply the axial pressure on the clutch shaft, then the con is going to be in opposite direction of the driving con, as the, as the use of the coil spring which is attached on in the con clutch, right? Means this con, whenever we are going to apply the pressure on the clutch shaft, then this spring is going to be compressed. This spring is going to be compressed, and one mechanical property is the elasticity of the spring is elasticity of the spring is going to be used their elastic strain energy to regain its original position, and due to this con is going to be disengaged from the driver con. Now the centrifugal clutch, it consists a number of screws on the inside of a drum or rim of the pulley, right? The upper surface of the screws are covered with the frictional material. The spider is fitted on the driving shaft. When the centrifugal force is equal to spring force, the shoe is just floating. But when the centrifugal force is higher than the spring force, the shoes move outward and comes into the contact with the driving member and pressure against it. The increase of speed causes the shoes to press the harder and clutch transmit more power. This is the figure of the centrifugal clutch. This is the figure of the centrifugal clutch in which the two flanges are used. Two flanges are used to connect. Two flanges are used to connect the two con. Right. Here, the assembly of the centrifugal clutch is shown in this figure. We are going to study about the disc clutch, con clutch, and centrifugal clutch construction in detail in our next lecture. But we are going to study overview of the different kind of clutch which are used in the automobile, right? In this lecture. So we are just going to take an overview. Like this is the centrifugal clutch construction. In there the flywheel is going to be used, crankshaft flange is used, right? So if you are going to put the external pressure, then the clutch is going to be disengaged and engaged of the driving plate and driven plate. Now choke clutch, it is consist of the segment projections of on one of the flange and corresponding presses on other flange on the driven shaft. The driving flange rigidly keyed to the driving shaft, while the other flange is keyed to driven shaft by SP lines so that it can slide on the shaft, right? In this type of clutch, in this type of jaw clutch, the driving flange rigidly keyed to this driving shaft. Means the one flange which is already engaged to the driving shaft, and it is not going to be moved. It is not going to be moved, or it is not going to be disengaged from the driving shaft during the process. Now the other flange which is joined, or which is key to the drilling shaft with the help of SP lines, right? The SP lines is one kind of key. SP lines is the one types of a key which is used to engage the shafts so that it can be slide on the shaft, right? So you, with the use of SP lines, the driven shaft flange is going to be engaged or disengaged. The sliding flange engage with the fixed flange to transmit the motion and power from driving shaft, right? So this is sliding flange which is connected to the driven shaft with uses of SP lines is engaged with the fixed flange which is connected to the driving flange, right? So during this engagement, that motion and power which is transmit from the driving shaft to the driven shaft. This clutch is used for the transmission of power in agricultural equipment like tractor, thresher, etc. This is one kind of jaw clutch which is used to connect the driving shaft and driven shaft. If you are going to, if you see the tractor, right, or a thresher, then the joint of the shaft of the tractor and thresher, this kind of coupling you are going to be see, right? Means whenever the tractor and thresher is going to be connected with the help of shaft, then this jaw clutch is used to connect the shaft. Now, brakes. So we are going to be study about the overview of the brakes. What is the brake? What is the function of brake? What is the different kind of brakes are used in the automobile? So a brake is mechanical device which produce the frictional resistance against moving machine member in order to slow down the motion of machine, and then it stop the motion of machine, right? In the process of performing this function, the brake absorbs the kinetic energy of moving member, and the brake absorbs the potential energy of lowering member, right? So the kinetic energy of the machine member which is moving, or the motion of the machine, is already absorbed by the brakes, and they decrease the motion. The energy absorbed by the brake is released to the surrounding in form of heat, right? So whenever you are going to apply brake on the moving element, the absorbed kinetic energy is going to be released in surrounding in form of a heat, right? Suppose a high speed moving element is going to be brake, right? Then if you are going to be apply the brake on the high speed elements or high speed machine member, then the surface of the machine member is going to be heated, or the temperature of the machine element or machine member is going to be increased at the time of brake. A brake is a type. There are three types of brakes are available, like a mechanical brakes, electrical brake, and hydraulic brake. Mechanical brakes are block brake, band brake, and internal or external expanding shoe brake. The mechanical brakes are used in the road transportation like bus, cars, bicycles, motorcycles, right? Whereas the electric brakes are used in the heavy vehicles like a train, right? So the electric brakes are used in train wherever the high speed, also the high momentum is required. The hydraulic brakes are used in the JCBs. Also the hydraulic brakes are used in the aeroplane, right? Now The overview of the block brake, band brake, and shoe brake. Like the block brake is there are the single block brake and double block brake are used. A single block is consist of a block which is pressed against the rim of the revolving brake wheel drum. Right. This is the simple single block brake or a single shoe brake. Right. Suppose this is a drum, or suppose that this is a wheel which is moving or which have a motion or angular motion. We have to stop or we have to decrease its angular speed. Then we are going to apply a frictional force with the help of this block, right? If we are going to push this lever, if we are going to push this lever or a hanger, then block is going to be applied, block is going to be applied, or block is going to be contact with the periphery of this drum, and the frictional power is going to be produced. Due to this friction, the speed of this block, the speed of this drum is going to be decreased, and respectively the motion of this drum is going to be stopped. Now, the double block or shoe brake. In the single block, the only a single block is used. If we are going to study about the double block, then two blocks are used to apply the brake on the drum. Like, see, it consists of two brake blocks at the opposite ends of the wheel. These shoes apply the force to both the sides of the wheel and reduce the unbalanced force on the shaft. Right? If you are use the single block or shoe brake, right, then the shaft is going to be unbalanced due to the frictional force or due to the vibration which is produced during the applying the brake. Now, this spring pull the upper end of the brake arms together and brake is applied. When a force is applied to the bell crank level, the spring is compressed and the brake is released. This brake is used in electric cranes, bicycles. The bicycle brake is example of double block brake, right? As example, this is a bicycle brake, right? Here two block is going to be used to brake the speed or to apply the brake. Whenever we are going to be apply the brake, then these two blocks are going to be contact with the wheel of cycle. When the two block is going to be contact with this wheel of the cycle, then the friction force is going to be produced, and due to this friction or due to this friction force, the speed is going to be decreased and the brake is applied. Now, band brake. The band brake is consist of a flexible steel band lined with the frictional material, right, which is wrapped to the drum, right? Suppose a drum is going drum a flexible band is going to be wrapped on a band, like suppose this is a band or this is a drum, right? Now, for the band brake, a band is going to be wrapped in periphery of the drum, right? So this band is going to be used to wrap the drum. Now, whenever we are going to apply the brake, then what happens? This band is going to be contact with the drum at high pressure, right? So this band is going to be fixed or stick to the band. This band is going to be stick to the drum, and due to this, the friction force is applied or friction force is going to be produced at the periphery of the drum, and due to these frictional forces, the uh, motion of the drum is going to be decreased, right? So the friction between the band and drum provides the braking force. This type of brake is usually used in civil construction equipment and also in automobiles as hand brake. The rope brake is example of the band brake, right? So see here, this is the band brake. Now the forces are produced during the applying the brake, right? We have to study about the different kind of forces which is generated during the band brake applied. Also we had to study about the tensions in the two different kind of bands in detail in our next lecture, right? Internal expanding shoe brake. This is a different kind of or advanced types of a brake. This is the advanced type of a brake which is consists two shoes in internal area of a drum, right? The outer surface of a shoes are covered with a friction material like asbestos, right? The asbestos is absorb the energy which is produced or which is generated during the applying the brake. Each shoe is pivoted at one end about the fixed fulcrum and other end raised against the cam. When the cam is operated, the shoes are pushed outward against the brake drum. The friction between the shoes and the drum produces the braking torque, right? Like this is a internal expanding shoe brake, right? Means this is a springs which are used in internal expanding shoe brake like this, right? When you are going to apply the brake, when you are going to applying the brake, then these two shoe, right? This is a shoe and this is the upper shoe and this is a lower shoe. Both shoe are going to move opposite direction. Both shoe is going to be move opposite direction and this spring is going to be expand. This spring is going to be expand. Now whenever this two shoe is move opposite direction, then both shoe is going to be contact with the inner side of the drum and produce the frictional force uh, which frictional force is reduce the motion of the drum and apply the force. This type of internal expanding shoe brake is going to be used in automobile or lightweight automobile like motorcycle, car, and the low weight transporter, right? Now disc brake. The disc brake are different from the drum brake in that the drum is replaced by a circular metal disc and the brake shoe are replaced by a caliper which supports a pair of friction pad, one on each side of the disc. These pads are forced inwards by the operating force and also retard the disc, right? Suppose this is a disc, right? Here the brake caliper is going to be used, also the bleed nipple and anti-rated slims are going to be used. Here this is the disc which is used for the disc brake, and here the four rod wheel stud which is contact here in either side of a disc having a hole at exact exact dimension where the road wheel stud is going to be applied, right? When we are going to apply the force or apply the brake, then all the force road studs or four wheel studs are going to be contact here at the either side of the disc holes, and which immediately applied the brake and immediately retard the motion of the wheel and immediately applied the brake. This is the function of disc brake, right? So this is the overview of different kind of clutch and different kind of brake which is used in automobile and the agricultural work. Now the detailed study about the different types of the clutch and different types of brake like the construction and design and also the forces which are produces during the applying the clutch and brake in our next lecture. Till there, thank you.